we are back, episode 140 of Journey to Million here on this Wednesday evening. Myself, Drew Skyberg, joined with Zack Rausch, Jared Valleskey joining us here shortly on this again Wednesday night. Week 3 has come and gone. We're approaching week 4 of the fantasy season. Zach's team's still underperforming, was the word he used. I would say are being poorly managed. But right now, that's what he's looking at. I got a couple 3-0 teams, a couple 2-1, only one 0-3 team. It's a redraft. I have CMC. I just quick thing, and you can tell me I'm poor managing too, which is fine. The team is CMC, Cooper Kupp, and then Chris Olave and Michael Pittman are like my top 4 players.
That's just shit drafting.
So I missed on, my running backs. So listen to my running backs: Dobbins, Zach Moss. I might have Derrick Henry, maybe Bijan, something like that. It's like ridiculous. So, okay, internet. Okay, we're back now. I don't know what happened.
Would you just kick yourself out?
No, I didn't kick myself out.
I was going to talk to myself for a minute there.
Okay, we're all good now. But I don't know if you heard me. Zach Charbonnet and Jordan Mason were 2 of my other running backs. So I have probably 4 top 20 running backs. I'm trying to trade one, but it's a redraft. It's not tough to trade. So
yeah, that's one bad thing about redraft is there's maybe 3 trades in the league for the whole year.
Oh yeah. It's very limited. That's why if you like trades, you might as well just do Dynasty. You're not going to see any trades like that work out. I am working on one in a league, that league I was telling you about. Brock Bowers, Trey McBride are my 2 tight ends. Right now I went to the Kyler Murray owner, who also has no tight end. His tight end's Hunter Henry, or it's Isaiah Likely actually. He dropped Hunter Henry. So I'm going McBride for Rashee Rice straight up. I'm trying it.
I doubt he's going to take that, but I mean, if I was him, I would not. But
okay, he's got Olave, he has Tyreek Hill, and his receivers are stacked. He's the Deontay Johnson owner as well. So, he's coming from a place of strength where hopefully Deontay could be a flex for him. He's also got a couple other receivers who are flex worthy. So I'm hoping can work that out. He really needs a tight end. So that's the other thing.
Yeah. In one of my dynasty leagues, I got Mark Andrews right now, right? So I'm trying to trade him for a different tight end that, I can rely on a little bit more this year. And it seems like everyone's kind of because I'm also not trying to go get a Travis Kelce or George. I'm not trying to get someone that's old either. I'm trying to get a younger tight end. So I understand I have to give up Mark Andrews and a solid pick or a solid package with him. But some of what people are asking for, it's a first and Mark Andrews for, a Dalton Kincaid or whatever, which, I mean, I guess is fine, but in a non-tight end premium, that's a lot.
No, it really is.
Even the top tight ends are averaging 9-10 points a week.
Hi, Jared.
Oh, can you hear me? You good?
Yep, we can hear you. You sound great. We're talking tight ends right now. Mark Andrews, Zach is trying to trade, and shocker, it's not going well.
No one wants Mark Andrews, so you wouldn't say. Wow.
I got a few people interested, but
it is hard to sell low end guys, which is the other thing I'll say. I know my Rashad White journey of trying to sell low on him.
Someone's offering me Pittman straight up for Tank Dell. Do I take that? That's the definition of buy low, right?
Well, Tank Dell, you're selling low too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 underperforming guys.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zach? I think I would prefer Dell, I think, at this point.
Would you?
Difference. It's 5 years difference for age?
Not 5. Pittman's 25, 24, right?
He's 26, I think.
This is his 4th year.
This isn't Jared. This is not a Michael Pittman thing. This is an Anthony Richardson thing.
I know, but one. Okay, dude, he's had 2 bad games. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
of his
Jared, it
6
doesn't
games
matter
played.
26.
for fantasy when he's only completing 9 passes a game.
Well, Zach,
It's
but
kind of hard to trust any of the receivers there.
Only Alec Pierce.
there's also problems with drops, as you saw in the Packer game. It's not all on him. So, I mean, if his receivers catch the damn ball, like, he's going to put up numbers. If you're dropping open passes, that's not on the quarterback.
Has
Like,
Pittman been dropping them though?
Pittman hasn't gotten many. I mean,
Exactly. So he's
the
not even getting
throws
targets?
the throws he's gotten. No, he had 8 targets the first week, but he only had 4 receptions because like they're not catchable. So that's on Richardson.
So going back to the he can't throw thing.
Yeah, no, he can throw just anything past 20 yards.
He can throw the ball far, just not 2
Yeah.
guys.
All right, well, let's get Pittman on some of these 40-yard routes then.
Yeah, we should. No, he's Mr. Slant.
Pittman's still
Yeah.
leading the team in targets. I from what I read.
Not receptions though, right?
Well, I know not reception. So like, it's not a target problem either. It's not a target share problem. That's where like I could see Pittman. And the problem with Dell is actually target share. Dell's not getting as many targets as he was last year because of
Nico
Stephon
is-
Diggs and Nico.
Nico's insane so far with I mean, he's leading the league in receiving yards. He's getting a lot of targets, and he's kind of the same situation as like not really Pittman, like because there's not much target share to go around for the Colts, but like Nico gets deep balls like Alec Pierce, and Diggs is like their Pittman, but Stroud knows how to throw the ball to Diggs, and Richardson can't throw it to Pittman.
But Jared, this
That's
is
the
why I
problem we have.
take Dell. I think they're both in kind of a similar situation this year where they're just either not going to get targets, not going to get receptions, whatever. Like they're going to have a bunch of bad weeks this year and maybe some good weeks sprinkled in there. But next year, Diggs is probably gone from Houston. What changes in Indianapolis for?
Here's the thing. No, like here's the thing though. Like if you're a Packer fan, so say you're trading for either Calvin Ridley or Jaden Reed, right? Ridley's been having a great year. He has this and this, and not Jaden Reed. Let's say Dobbs. He hasn't had the best year, right? Dobbs has been struggling a little bit. So let's say Dobbs. You still love Dobbs as a Packer fan. I still love Pittman as a Colts fan. I think personally that these few games are just like an anomaly, and that Pittman's going into this year, Pittman was top 15. Dell was not even top 30. So like, you can't just say after 2-3 games that Dell is just that much better than Pittman just because of the quarterback situation. People are ignoring that CJ Stroud had a career low game last week, and it was terrible because it's okay. They had 2 good weeks before that. So let's ignore CJ Stroud. He threw his first and second pick this week, but hey, that should have been his 8th and 9th because none of the other ones stood. I've talked about that already. So don't give me that, Stroud is that much better than Richardson. He is better, yes, 100%. He is better right now. But you can't just glaze Stroud knowing that he's been terrible a few weeks now, and he's done just enough to win a few games.
Well, I mean, it was a 34-7 game to Minnesota win. That was one of the most impressive wins this year, I'd say, based on how that game went. Yeah, Stroud was 20 of 31, and as you mentioned, not the greatest game. But hey, the Colts got the win, Jared. So that was.
If we would have played any other team, we would have lost. Hey, our defense though, like I know I said that we were. It is terrible. Our defense is terrible. I'm not going to run that cop out that statement. Our defense is really bad, but when we get turnovers, we are the best defense in the league. Believe it or not.
Well, the one thing I wanted to say is, DeAndre Swift has been terrible this year, like really bad. Like Miles Sanders, I might use his name.
Miles Sanders has been good. What do you mean? Miles Sanders had a touchdown.
I'm referring to Miles Sanders of last year. Like that contract is what
I had to start him in Boston Scott League because Kenneth Walker was out, and I forgot to start Braylon Allen instead.
I'm just saying, like the Colts defense for being terrible against the run the first couple weeks, and then without Buckner, right? I mean,
yeah.
Caleb
Williams had like 43 pass attempts or something like
52
that.
pass attempts.
52.
Chicago rushing though was 28 for 63, so 28 attempts, 63 yards. So
see, that's on Matt Eberflus. Like going into the game that our defense is terrible, but our run defense is awful. What we just gave up to Josh Jacobs and then Mixon the week before, you pound those gaps. You go right up the middle. You run the ball probably 8 out of 10 plays, and then Caleb Williams has 53 pass attempts. That's just terrible by Eberflus. I mean, the Bears are a joke the way it is, and I don't know, their fans are stupid.
Yeah.
But
Justin Fields is 3-0 as a starter with with the Steelers now. So that's
This
the
is
other
our
close.
Colts. This is our team.
That was what I was talking about. I hate that song.
What?
It's
What do you
terrible.
mean? You're no fun.
It is terrible. Zach, what caught your eye week 3?
Me too, honestly.
I got one. Washington. I mean, come on. I know it was recent.
Yep,
But-
Drew has Jaden Daniels on one of his fantasy teams. So now he's going to hype
Not-
them up until
Not saying that.
inevitably
No,
Jaden Daniels has an awful game.
I didn't even mention Daniels or McLaurin. Yeah, I mentioned McLaurin now just for you. No, I thought that was just impressive. So we knew the Bengals defense was bad, but we always talked about, Zach, you specifically talked about they're always going to start 0-2, and then the turnaround's going to happen.
Here's my
How worried
takeaway
are
from
you?
week 3. Offense or coordinators, the importance of having good coordinators is showing even more this season than it ever has. You look at Minnesota, right? They look like a very good football team. They have 2 very good coordinators. They're a good defensive coordinator and a great offensive head coach. I'm sure the coordinator is good as well. I don't know who it is, though. But then Jacksonville, bad coordinators. They look awful. Cincinnati, I mean, you
What
look
about
at how
San
that
Fran?
defense showed. San Francisco,
Yeah.
I don't know about
There's a
that.
few
They-
exceptions, yeah.
well, sure, they've lost every, the only guy that's healthy
Yeah,
yet
can
is
we-
Ayuk.
I know. Yeah.
Well, it's also
And Juwan
personnel.
Jennings, dude. Juwan Jennings is leading the league in receiving
Yeah,
yards,
but
basically.
So he's usually their wide receiver 3. They're their 6th option on offense, and now he's their number 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think
the
too-
importance of coordinators.
Well, how the key questions always what blend is personnel and coordinators. You know what I mean? Like how much of it is really the players and like obviously like Cincinnati, for example, that run defense is terrible. I mean that the defense in general, the defensive line is not great for them. So how much is that really on the defensive coordinator rather than lack of personnel due to injury or performance and so on? I don't know. Like it's a $1 million question, but
Yeah, I mean, you look at how Green Bay's played, how their offense have played the last few weeks now, right? Everyone was expecting them to be awful, and they were pretty much one-dimensional against the Colts because that's all they had to be. But against the Titans, they were stopping the run, and Green Bay was still moving the ball very easily. So just having Matt LaFleur there to, help run that offense, even without a starting quarterback.
It's
They're
hard to
able to put up
give
points on
Green
the
Bay
board.
any credit for that Colts game just because anyone could have been in the backfield, anybody could have been quarterback, anybody I don't. The Valdez Vikings would have beaten us that week.
Packers still smoked them. It was not even close.
The Colts and the Titans. Are you talking about? I'm talking about Colts Packers.
Yeah, Colts Packers. It wasn't even close.
It was 16-10. We catch the Hail Mary at the end of the game and we win the game. Not that it was going to happen, but I'm saying it wasn't close. It was a 1-score game. It wasn't.
The score was closer than it
The
should
yardage,
have been, yes.
the yardage, yes, it was a blowout, 100%. Time of possession, we're still worse in the league in time of possession.
The Packers dominated the game.
Well, yeah, but that
The
they were
score,
saying at halftime
yes,
it was
the
10
score
to
is
0.
fairly close, but
But then people were saying, "Oh, it just feels like it's 28 to 3 right now," but it was 10 to 0, I don't know. All I'm saying is we played our worst game I've ever seen us play since Matt Ryan days 3 years ago. And that was 2 years ago, right? And we still
Either way,
were in
Jared,
the
it's-
game somehow.
has nothing to do with my point of without starting quarterback, it still looked good, very good for 2 straight games.
that's
That can be traced back to coaching. Right?
All
I
I'm
don't
saying
think
is
that was
I
just
give you
Malik
guys
Willis
the
also
credit
turned
for
into
the
a-
Yeah, I give you the
fantastic
credit
quarterback.
for the Titans game. I mean, there's no credit to be had at the Colts game because you guys did not play well. You had good run. You had good, a good rushing game. We had nothing to stop you guys. So
Is he
don't give it
listening
to
to
the
my point at
coordinators.
all?
No, your point is that give the coordinators props for putting together good games. You can't give them credit for beating a Colts team that anybody in the league would have beaten. That's my point. Don't give them too much credit when they didn't really have to do anything. Just because a team wins doesn't mean that Matt Canada's doing a great job, you know, like that Joe Barry's doing a great job because they're a coordinator, because they won. No, that's not always.
Jared, I'm looking at the 2 games together.
Against the Titans. Yeah, they
let's
did a
throw the
great
Colts
job.
game out.
I'll
Let's
give
talk
them
about the
credit for
Titans.
that.
All right, well, same point. Like, just
Yeah.
look at the Titans game. It's the same point.
Yeah.
I think offensive play callers, especially right, LaFleur being the head coach calling plays. The side point I had with Washington though is Cliff Kingsbury, because right, Dan Quinn, defensive minded coach, comes in with the rookie quarterback, everybody's fear, and Kingsbury's done a great job.
That wasn't your guys' fear a couple years ago. I told you guys that defensive-minded coaches were terrible, and you're like, no, look at this guy and Vrabel and this, and I'm like,
And
no.
Staley.
Sure.
and-
Hold on. This is looking at Washington's situation is perfect for that, because yes, it is a defensive-minded head coach, but Cliff Kingsbury is running the entire offense. Their offense coordinator is their pretty much offensive
play
head
caller.
coach.
That's where I'm going
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
So in that situation, it's not bad. But if you have a defensive-minded head coach without a guy that has experience and can run the offense by himself, then that's bad.
Yeah.
You need to have that
Definitely.
experience at offensive coordinator if you're going to go that direction at head coach.
How come people tend to blame offensive coordinators before they blame head coaches, though? Like Staley or like Lombard. Was it Joe Lombardi? Is that who it was on the Chargers?
Yeah, because he was calling plays.
And then how
Yeah.
about for
Usually the
defenses?
play callers that blame.
Didn't you guys tell me last year that the head coach still oversees the defense, so no matter what, the head coach should still be blamed if the defense is bad? Just like Staley last year with the Chargers?
Staley was calling defense, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, Staley was calling defense. So yeah,
I thought he was calling defense. So then
I
it's on
blame
him.
Okay.
I blame the play callers. Is the if I'm blaming coaching, right, or decision making, 4th down, do we go for it? Things like that. Which
That's
that was
head
more.
coach all the time.
Yeah,
Well, Dan Campbell
that's-
is still a
that's
good
what I'm
coach, right?
Yeah, I'd say Campbell
Yeah,
is.
he's a
Okay.
he's like a
Nick
what, Fresno,
Sirianni.
right? He
People
isn't
think
going?
that Sirianni's good. I don't think Sirianni's
I
a
don't
good
think
coach,
Sirianni.
but a lot of people think he's good.
suck.
A lot of people
Oh,
think he's good
I
too.
feel like
though.
everyone since like mid last season, everyone said he sucks.
Most Eagles fans that I know wish they still had Steichen and Doug Peterson, but I mean that's
Doug Peterson's not going to have a job at the end of this year, so they
Well,
can get him back.
he
if
also
they bring him
has a terrible team and one of the most overhyped quarterbacks in the league. Lawrence is so bad. I've been saying this for
I
years.
don't.
Is he better than
Yeah.
Richardson right now?
Right now, no, I don't think he is. How many touchdowns?
Oh my God.
How many touchdowns does Lawrence have on the year?
Complete passes.
Richardson has like 500, 600, 700 yards on the year, dude.
He has like 27 completions probably.
He has the lowest completion percentage, sure, but he also has 4 touchdowns, and no one
picks.
looks. Don't worry about the picks, all right? We're not talking about that.
I think Lawrence is 2-1 for touchdown interception. So if Richardson's 4-6, which one's really better?
Well, okay, hold on. So the Hail Mary not on him, right? He technically has 4 actual bad interceptions that I give to him.
All right, so he's still 4-4, which is worse than 2-1.
Yeah. Well,
I will say though, Lawrence did not look great. I don't know if that's. Well,
as
he
soon
hasn't
as I
looked great.
said,
No.
He
as
had that
soon as I
4-game
said he
stretch.
looked terrible, and then like right after he throws the best pass of the night, I was like, okay, of course.
This is what I was talking to some other people about this though. They don't really utilize motion much, do they? And like I haven't watched a whole lot of Jaguars, but from what I've seen, they don't utilize motion.
Who do
in
they
their
have
offense.
to go in?
I
Motion?
read you. Yeah, Zach. Well, I remember reading a stat to you or talking to you about a stat. It was like the top teams who were running like pre-snap motion, for example. One of the top ones, for example, is New Orleans. So far this season.
Yeah, it's all
And
the
look at
top
how-
offenses. Because
That's
just moving somebody in motion from like it's not hard, right? You get your formation that you want. One guy just lines up on the other side, motions across. That's all you gotta do. Well, just by doing that, you can see if the defense is in man or zone. So why would you not do that?
Yeah.
and
That's why
obviously
you
there's
see
some
like
other-
San Francisco, they do it every single play pretty much. Like all these
The
the
Shanahan
top
tree.
offenses, yeah, the whole Shanahan tree does it.
and now
So in
it's
order-
spilled to
like-
being almost all the way.
To be in 2024 and not do that, like
You think motion just
It's-
makes a good offense, or
well, no, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier for the quarterback. They know what kind of defense they're playing
Sometimes.
against.
An experienced quarterback, maybe.
Well, Jared, if you see somebody run across with the guy, you know it's man.
Yeah.
They just shift over and nobody runs across. Well, that's probably zone.
Yeah, that's true.
So as a quarterback, you don't have to be a good quarterback to realize that.
Yeah. Well, there's exceptions. I mean, I'm sure like Bryce Young couldn't spot that, but you know.
Well, I saw with Bryce Young actually a key problem he was having was adjusting his offensive line, like adjusting protections, pass protections. So I think that's something too. I don't think Lawrence. I think Lawrence still has the potential to be a great quarterback in this league. I think the key thing is
he's washed. He's cooked. Nope.
Well, I know the fumbles have been an alarming. Well, not as much this year, I don't think, but like last year, for example, do you remember fumbles being a problem for him? I still think that's something.
So much in fantasy.
Yeah,
they named their whole
Trevor
stadium
Lawrence
after
fumbles.
him, just for him to be this bad.
I think a coaching change. I think he needs a change of scenery with a coach, not team. I think he's a good enough guy where you're gonna lock him or stay with him
in Jacksonville for 3 years now.
I know he signed, but
let's not ignore the fact that this guy isn't just like on a rookie deal or anything. He's like the second or third highest paid quarterback in the league, and he's playing like this. And you guys are giving him credit. I think he'll be fine. He's not playing well at all.
Well, he's not like Daniel
hitting his
Jones.
Targets. No, but he's missing his targets.
Jones
He's
has
not mobile. Like he's one dimensional, and he's not really.
Nah, he's mobile.
No, look at his rushing yards on the year. He probably has like 50 total. Like, yes, he's not a Rodgers. He's not a, but he's no Hurts. He's no Lamar, AR. He's more like a. Well, he's like that's my point. Purdy. That's my point. Brock Purdy, you don't think of him as a mobile quarterback. He's not two-dimensional that way. I'm saying that Trevor Lawrence is a one-dimensional quarterback who, when he's missing his throws, he's useless. Look at the playoff game. He was terrible against the Chargers, right? Was it the Chargers that one year? Yeah, terrible the first half. They go down by 30. Then he finally comes back and starts hitting his throws, and he's doing what he needs to do, and he's good. If he's not consistent, he's like terrible though. That's his floor is so low.
He's shown that he can be a really good quarterback. He just needs to be consistent, and
which is the biggest part for him.
At least take the dips and bring him up to a higher level than what kind of his floor is right now.
Also, don't blame Richardson for that first pick against the Bears. It was tipped. It was tipped.
Yeah, we just can't talk about anything in the AFC South because
the division's terrible.
We can't talk about football.
Right? No. Everything else is just awful, and the teams are screwed.
Hey, if the Texans lose this week and we win, we're tied for first. I'm just saying.
Jared, check your phone.
What, you send a trade or something?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I have Pittman in a dynasty league. In my dynasty league, Jared, I'm thinking I'd trade you him.
For what? A second deal?
Oh yeah, I forgot you have no picks. I took them all.
What league, Zach?
Zach
here.
Boston Scott.
Oh my god. What is Tyler doing? He sent me a third for Matthew Stafford and then a third and a second for Baker Mayfield.
Oh, this is my league?
Yeah, like come on, dude. Jake Bauer's home.
In a 6-point Superflex league?
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Let me look at this trade, Zach.
You want to know why he is? Because I got Darnold for the price I got Darnold at. That's why.
Yeah.
You got him for Rashad White.
Well, I got a third and a fourth, and then I gave up 2 fourths.
Gave up 2. Oh, all right. So you got him for Rashad White and upgraded a fourth to a third.
Yeah.
Zach, wait 2 weeks on that trade. I'm gonna table
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm 0-3. I need that now.
I'm 1-2. And I need Godwin. He's the one player on my team that's been exceeding expectations. Everyone else is playing to what they're supposed to.
Do I have Jared's first? Who is Jared's
besides
first?
Khalil Shakir? Thanks for that, Zach.
If I had Jared's first, I need. Oh, well, I'm talking about my dynasty league.
Oh yeah, you do.
Dude,
I need
Khalil
you to
Shakir is a steal. I fleeced someone. Whoever traded me Khalil Shakir, I fleeced them. Honestly.
No, that Mahomes trade.
I don't care. Herbert's hurt. And Mahomes is an average quarterback.
Mahomes needs to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. Come on. You can't be. You should be worrying about Mark Andrews, Zach. That's who you should be worrying about more.
Who was all in that trade, Zach? It was Mahomes for Herbert.
2 firsts and Shakir, I think.
Okay. So right now, I mean, it's looking good for me. Just saying. Besides Herbert, Herbert's been pretty bad, but you don't expect him to be.
The 2
See,
firsts and Shakir for Mahomes is good though.
I know. There's always excuses for Shakir, or not for Shakir, for Herbert with you guys. Always, no matter what.
What, him being hurt?
No, no. First it's no offensive coordinator. Then it's no head coach. Now it's he lost his whole team. Now he's hurt. He's not going to put up numbers anymore in fantasy. He never did. Like, he's terrible for fantasy. He has a game where he has 6 touchdowns and 400 yards, sure, but then the next game he has no touchdowns with 80 yards. He's never been whatever.
He was good his rookie year. And second
year,
I think he was
3 years ago.
I don't know. I never liked where he was going. Like, obviously, where he was going in startups was like the hopes of it being like just a consistent guy for the next 10 years, which he still could be. I never liked the price. I don't know. I always opted for other guys, I feel.
I think personally, taking that talent drop a little bit from Mahomes to Herbert, and also getting 2 firsts and Shakir's upside, like I was okay. I still am okay with it. I mean, yeah, Herbert's not good, but Mahomes has been pretty bad last year too. Like, he wasn't good last year. He's not going to be that good this year, I don't think. He's not even throwing to Kelsey. Rice is carrying him right now. I don't know.
Well, Kelsey's been double teamed a lot. I think with Mahomes, I don't think Mahomes necessarily playing bad. Obviously for
he's not playing Mahomes,
he's been bad, but he hasn't been like putting up those big fantasy point seasons or big statistical seasons like you'd hope. I feel like that offense has just been kind of boring, bland.
Yeah,
I feel like you never say about the Chiefs offense.
Refs and whatever.
Well, Carson Steele, I was hoping to have a bigger game. I was kind of sad. My next stream. Oh, my start of the week, guys. You'll love this. I would have lost in the league. I did it anyways. I started Rashid Shaheed this past week after the first 2 big weeks. Puts up a 0. No points on 5 targets. Started him over McLaurin, Kirk. Obviously, come on, Kirk, you would not have known to start him. Like Deontay Johnson. So, like, again, guys, you wouldn't like necessarily start him over, but just funny how it ended up. I can't.
Is he listening for us?
Well, what? I couldn't hear you guys. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we weren't talking. We were just sitting here.
I can hear you guys now.
Can you hear me? There we go.
I don't know.
There we go. Yeah. No, I was just sitting here, and you said, I can't hear you. I can't.
Yeah, I was just sitting here too.
No, I was saying I got to start Malik Neighbors this week. I mean, it's almost impossible to keep him benched.
You're just now starting him?
I have him. Well, it's an 8-team league. I have. Here, I'll look at the team. You wouldn't start him over these names either. So don't.
I didn't start him in week 2, but I've started him in week 3. And now I will since he's must start.
So my team, right? Jamar Chase. You're not starting him over Jamar Chase, right? Ever. Mike Evans had a great first 2 weeks. Not starting him over Mike Evans. DK Metcalf. I was like, maybe him. But now I'm starting him over Mike Evans because I don't know. I also have Roma Doomsday. I have Amari Cooper. So yeah, I'm also starting Montgomery over Rashad White. Sorry,
that's fine
because he's been pretty bad.
Oh yeah, now he's under. What is it? He's at like 2.1 yards per carry this year. Him and Swift are seeing who can put up worse rushing stats.
You know what sucks is that like Richardson's not going to be able to play at all this week because like the Steelers' defense is great, ranked number 1, and Richardson's going to have to try to like make something out of nothing, and he's going to get hate for his completion percentage when it's not going to be his fault again. So just saying. I mean, this card. Where's my card? No, I don't have the card. Where's my card?
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good one.
The Colts show.
All right. What's an adequate amount of backups to have in the league where you have a realistic shot to win the championship? I don't know about your teams, but for me right now, well, from what I've seen, you have a lot more depth than I do usually. Like I usually roll with like one.
I depth up. I'm very cautious about starts each week. I want to have. Oh, okay. We'll see this card.
Yeah,
It's a nice card. It is a
yeah.
nice
Kick
card.
him
I'll
out.
give you that.
Kick him out.
Yeah.
No, it's a nice card. It's a nice card.
He's just got to be a Hall of Famer
I
for it to be worth anything. Okay.
So in PPR, Zach, I like to have like 3 extra guys, like 2 or 3 extra guys I can like plug in and start, and then like 2 extra running backs. I'm talking like starting worthy. So I'm like I like to be well rounded.
Here's my issue with that though, is then you have like if you have 3 other startable guys on your bench, there's no way you have like 3 to 4 like top tier guys that you're starting every week. So that means each week you're making start sit decisions, and then
I love it.
you're gonna probably end up losing some games because you started the wrong guy. Right?
But also win games because of it too. I don't know. I like to play. I like to play that part of the game. I think for me, it's a big thing. Well, after these first couple weeks, we can start seeing what teams suck at defending the run. Colts. And what teams are really good against the run. So it's pretty.
How many yards did we give up to Swift last week? Oh, without Buckner. Oh,
but you know what I mean. Like I'll play matchups like that, or like Washington secondary, Cincinnati secondary. Like I'll pin those matchups. Pat Surtain, Broncos. I'm not going to start a wide receiver 1 that week.
For me, it's like because I've taken the opposite route where I'm like, I need 1 backup running back, 1 backup receiver, and I'm good to go. And if I get hit with injuries, I'm either gonna have to make a trade or just tough luck, I guess.
Your teams end up being more top heavy. I've noticed. Like Lamb, like what is it? You have like your receivers in one league. It's like Lamb and Chase Wilson or something.
The Dynasty, well, yeah, in that league I have
insane.
Gibbs and Bijan, and then my running back 3 is Gus Edwards or Khalil Herbert right now. So I'm probably gonna have to make a move there anyways.
It stinks.
But like receivers, Chase, Wilson, Reed, and then it's like Brian Thomas, Kelvin Ridley.
Like it's phenomenal.
Yeah, like my starters are good, but yeah, if they get hurt, I'm probably screwed. But I
thought you were such a great fantasy owner. I thought you were just this top shelf kind of guy that never makes
my guys
mistakes.
just don't get hurt, so I'm good.
Oh, yeah. If only we could all say that, huh?
But I'm talking a different league, right? So my situation right now, my only backups, running back, I have Brian Robinson. Receiver, I have Jaden Reed. And then after Jaden Reed, it's probably like Curtis Samuel or something, right? Like it's not.
Hey, he's been getting some numbers here and there, Number 1,
Drew, you're probably gonna say I need to make a move, right?
Yeah.
Some more depth.
Yep.
Jared,
Me receiver.
Everyone would say that probably. You can't just say, "Oh, if I get an injury, I'm kind of screwed."
Well, if I get 1, I'm fine. If I get 2, I'm screwed.
Yeah. Zach, I had to start Miles Sanders last week. You don't want to be in my situation, okay? I'm contemplating Braylon Allen and Miles Sanders.
Probably Braylon Allen.
Yeah.
But also, like, if I'm in that situation, it's like a guy misses 1 week or 2 weeks. Is it worth it to give up a second to go and make a trade for a guy for those 2 weeks?
Well, it
Depends on the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I have Kenneth Walker right now, and he hasn't played yet. And he keeps being questionable, then doubtful, then out. Questionable, doubtful, out. Like, if you're getting someone that's actually going to be a viable option all year, then yeah, it's worth it. If not, if it's going to be like someone like Carson Steele,
Josh
who goes in
Dobbs,
for,
maybe.
Yeah, okay, Drew, whatever. He's got to keep bringing that up.
All right, so the consensus is have more than 1 guy at each position.
You can't just go off with 1 backup. No, like you need more. And I'm saying that. Look at my teams. I have nobody that's backing up my starters.
Could you get someone cheap, Zach? Could you get like
like who?
Well, okay, I'll throw some names. So, you need a receiver, right? Is what we're looking at. Obviously, Deontay Johnson. Now it's not a great time to buy, but like, okay, a veteran guy who is going to give you some numbers. I mentioned Calvin Ridley. I know that could be a fine time to buy right now.
I already have him in 1 league, so I don't want to get him specific.
You don't want to get him again. I got to keep giving names. Is there any waiver wire guys? I don't know how big this dynasty league is.
It's 12 teams, so that's kind of why I go with the top heavy approach. It's like those guys, yeah, they'll be on my team, but I feel gross starting them.
What about Tutu Atwell?
Zach,
if I have to start Tutu Atwell,
Zach, it gets worse. I'm starting Khalil Shakir, Braylon Allen or Miles Sanders and Josh Downs each week. Okay, like it gets worse. So if you have to start him for 1 week, it's okay. Right?
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't want to go out and give up value for a guy that.
Well, don't get around. Get a guy who's got top 30 potential. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't.
All right, we're gonna see how this year goes then. All right, we're gonna see if
Okay, this sounds like the Brewers at a trade deadline.
Honestly,
we're gonna see if my team
roll
stays
it out
healthy.
this year until next year and see.
Go get Mark Canha, Zach. It'll be fine. You just need some
Yeah.
Daniel Norris.
Oh my god. Get Curtis Granderson.
No, but seriously, Zach, you should make a move. This actually sounds bad. Maybe can you give up like a second and a third, or like some thirds, or
I kind of want my picks though. You know, I don't
you want
know.
your thirds? I was
We might
debating.
just have to mess
okay,
around and roll with it and see. You know, if something happens and I got to make a move, I'll make it then.
the last two guys I traded, a fourth round pick was the deciding factor in a trade. 20. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I said last
No,
two
it cut out.
trades. 2026 fourths were decided.
Well,
That's
yes,
just
obviously, I'd
stingy.
throw that in.
Like, and the deals were off if I didn't give in with this fourth is what it was like.
Who are you? Why are you trading with that person then?
Well, I got my guys.
You just
Oh
give
my
up
God.
the fourth and
You give
Yeah,
up a
but,
fourth, you just laugh and give up
if-
the fourth.
That feels like me trading with you, Drew. Hey, I'm only doing it for a 5th round pick. Okay, take it. Like, then you just have to give it up. But it's like, why? Why be that guy? You know?
I feel like I would never hold up a trade for a fourth. Come
Yeah, it's
on.
not like you would like trade
would.
with,
You
for Tom Brady for a
100% would.
first. String.
I just gave you two examples where I did not. I was the one who said okay. I didn't say the
Yeah, if
last
somebody was
offer.
trying to trade for one of your guys, though, you'd be like, no, give me the
Yeah,
fourth.
exactly.
Well, I would say four firsts.
Yeah.
It's like when I traded Dameon Pierce for a second and a third, and then the next year he was worth the guy who had him wanted 2 firsts for him.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
He holds more value when he's on your team. I get it. But it happens.
And then only
Did you guys
look
want to
at
run
your
through
needs.
some team picks this week?
Yeah, sure. The one time we don't take team picks, the Colts win. Interesting.
Oh, that's why we didn't
Get
do
over
team
the
picks.
Colts. Like Jesus Christ.
I wasn't taking what? I like my team, okay? Like that's
Well, yeah, we both like the Packers, but we talk about other stuff.
yeah, so do I. I'm just saying the Colts are you know,
Oh, the Packers though, they won 2 weeks in a row.
That means they're
So
winning
good.
3.
not like
Honestly,
we've
Matt
done live
LaFleur's the
shows
best
where
coach in the
hey,
league.
not like
Jordan
we've
Love's
done live
probably gonna
shows
come
where we
back and win
only talk
MVP.
Packers or anything.
Josh
right?
Jacobs is going to win Offensive Player of the Year. And Christian Watson's probably going to take over Tyreek Hill for the top receiver in the league. I mean, it's
Okay, Jared.
Jeff Halfley, the defense. Oh my God, Rashawn Gary, probably
You
defensive
guys just
player
need
of
a
the year.
kicker. Yeah.
Maybe Xavier McKinney. Honestly, I mean, what? 3 picks in 3 games. That's the best signing ever. Like they're probably gonna have to eventually
You
extend
done,
him, but
or-
yeah, Brian Gutekunst. Oh my God,
Are you done?
best GM in the league. Sorry, I was just.
Not like we had like 2, 3, 4 live shows where we only talk
Okay.
Packers and I had to act like a Packer fan or anything, right?
Jared,
Nothing
you're a
like
Packer
that.
fan. We know.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? So team picks. We got
I don't
week
know who's
4.
playing.
Okay. Well, I'll go for. No, I don't want to go first. Jared, do you want to go first?
No, I want to go second.
So I will then.
I'll go first.
Okay, go for it, Zach.
All right. Give me San Francisco.
That's the big one. They are 10-point favorites this week. That's a little surprising, but granted, some people are going to be back. Makes sense.
Is Kittle playing?
Kittle was he a
Kittle
DNP
and
or?
Debo are both questionable, right? I think Kittle was limited today.
Let's see.
Jared?
Yeah, let's see. I guess I'll take. I don't know. I don't really like the Jets. I really don't. I know they look better, but I'll take the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was what I was looking at. Obviously Dallas is still concerning, but I'm gonna take Chiefs. So Herbert questionable this week.
Isn't he
So I'm
not
gonna take.
playing? I thought just came out he wasn't playing.
I don't think he's playing. That's why I'm taking Chiefs over Chargers.
And
And then
what else?
I will also take. This was tough for me. I'm trying to think of. I think I'm gonna go
Herbert
Jets.
said- Herbert responded to coming back after the bye. I don't think that's the way we're heading. So it sounds like he's playing.
Okay. Still locking it in. Jared?
Who else do you take? Jets?
Took Jets. Chiefs and Jets. Oh, it's not on my screen. Sorry, guys.
I'll
There you go.
take the Lions.
Jared's taking Detroit. And who's Detroit playing again?
Seattle.
That's on Monday Night Football.
Jeez, that Tennessee Miami game's
It's going to be a beaut. Miami's 1-point favorites.
Did you see-
36 points.
Sorry to go off topic. Did you guys see Devin Singletary, by the way, last week? I have his touchdowns on the year. He needs 4 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, he went out of bounds at the 1-yard line after a 50-yard run. He only needs 2 more on the year, but still, that's just so stupid. Just go in the end zone, dude. Just score. They were up by like 4. No.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, you're up.
Who's favored in the Baltimore Buffalo game?
We have, I think it was
Baltimore minus 2.
Baltimore's 2.5, which is kind of surprising. Very surprising, I should say.
We'll take Houston.
All right, you're up again.
Pittsburgh.
The Steelers over the Colts.
I'll take the Bengals, I guess.
I missed that game.
I may be a Packer fan that needs to be humbled, but Packers.
Oh, I wanted to take them.
Of course you did, because the Packers are just all great. Glory to the Packers. God to the Packers.
Yeah, Xavier McKinney, he's gonna get 4 interceptions. Don't make me do it again.
I think I'm picking someone in this Miami Tennessee game. I'm picking someone. Doing it.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Ty?
Tennessee.
The Titans are winning.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
It's my upset pick.
You give me them Colts, huh? At home, beat them last year. We'll do it again.
Give me Buffalo. That's my upset.
Okay. Nice.
And I want to do it, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll go Atlanta.
Buffalo's your upset? That's crazy. I already have my upset.
You just said Baltimore's favorite, so
Yeah.
Who you got, Jared?
Should I do it double upset? Maybe I should.
I am.
is Atlanta favored or is New Orleans?
I got Atlanta 2.5. Minus 2.5. Saints are
Is
beat
it
up.
in Atlanta.
It is in Atlanta as well.
This is probably gonna be a terrible pick. I'm probably just gonna go 0-1 after this, but I'll take the Jaguars to get their first win of the year on the road in Tennessee or in Houston.
Oh. I got
Even with how bad Trevor Lawrence is.
Yeah, even with
listen to this, guys. I have the script here. Washington, I'm taking them. Cliff Kingsbury revenge game over Arizona in Arizona.
whatever you want to convince yourself.
I'm putting Washington on there. That's how they are getting the W.
I was gonna do that one.
That is the legacy game I'm watching.
Marv is having a huge game.
That is it. You guys want to do player picks? Player picks have been kind of washed the last few weeks still.
I'm okay.
Just stick with teams here. I think it's
Yeah.
good.
We're
Look at time
just
wise,
playing,
Zach.
got some stuff to do, you know. It's just
You got how Zach?
I got 5 minutes yet.
We got a few minutes. Jared, what do you got for us?
okay. Yeah. So, how about
The Brewers
we?
playoff game
What are we keeping it? Football? Are we going?
Yeah, football.
next
All right.
Tuesday. Wild card game. You gonna be there?
No, hold on. We're gonna do something really quick. Top 5. Here. So we got right now in the league, we got top 5 rushing yards. Top
Oh, yeah.
7. Top 7 rushing yards. Go for it.
Right now?
Yeah. Actually do top 8. Do top 8. Yeah. We'll get
8?
it quick. You guys will get it.
Okay.
Can I go first?
Yeah, don't look
Yep.
though. Don't look.
Saquon.
Yeah, sure. Number 1.
Jordan Mason.
2.
Derrick Henry.
5.
Devon Achan.
No, not even top 50. I don't know what he is. He's not up here.
What about Aaron Jones?
No, he's 9.
Oh, Jacobs.
Jacobs is 6 because of that week against the Colts, obviously.
Dobbins, I bet.
Yeah, he's 3.
What about Zach Charbonnet on here? What?
In
He's
the
at
top
2
25
solid weeks.
or
I know he's
no,
I know
it's
he'd
not.
be 7 or 8.
No.
There has not been a lot of teams running the ball this year. That was not that funny.
It was kind of funny.
It's kind of funny. No, he is not on this list, Drew. But good guess. He did have a few good weeks. We'll give him that.
Shoot.
We're only 3 weeks in the year. You know, two good weeks could.
Yeah.
Did Kyron make it?
No, he's like 20.
What about Chuba Hubbard?
No, he's above Kyron, but not there.
Okay.
I feel like we're guessing the guys that have had like one good week in.
Well, no, there's 2 solid,
There's-
solid running backs. Like people that are running backs that are actually like known great running backs. And then there's another one that I don't think he's a running back. Obviously, he's not
Lamar?
a running back. Yeah. He's number 7. That's why I made number 8. That's why I made it top 8. It's Lamar's 8.
He was
I
like
see.
what 254 this year.
260. No, 254. What, Zach? How do you know that stuff?
Well, he's got it up.
He does.
No, I don't. I saw a post about it earlier today.
Oh, okay.
Well, I want to have. I was gonna
Actually,
guess
he
Joe
has
Mixon. I know
85.
Mixon got hurt. I'm not guessing him. Don't worry. But he did have 150 yards week 1.
And he still has 184. So no, don't guess him.
Yeah, I'm not guessing now. I was saying. I'll say. I don't know.
Who's known for touchdowns? We'll just speed this up a little bit. Who gets like 6 touchdowns a game sometimes?
Oh, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, number 4.
Wow. We had
What
it.
a
I was gonna
Huh?
guess Kamara soon.
Yeah, I know.
Soon.
That was good. That was gonna be my guess right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, good one. Thank you.
Come on,
I
guys,
got the
back
guess.
to back. Okay.
Come on, Zach. I think I know who it is.
James Conner.
No.
Is it James Cook?
No.
Is it
Good
Singletary?
No.
Well, I thought I had the script. I guess I don't.
People are kind
Brian
of
Robinson?
blind. No, he's like 10. People are blind to the fact
I
that
was
this guy's
good.
having a great year.
David Montgomery?
No.
JT.
Yeah, it's JT. He has like 250 yards in his last 2 weeks.
As soon as you said having a good year, I was like, oh, I know who it is.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
Colts. Duh.
Well, back-to-back 100-yard games. He's been great. Just the team sucks.
He
has,
was
like-
so
like-
inefficient. Was it week
Yeah.
1?
Yeah, he had like
And week 2, honestly, until he broke out. He
Well, I
20,
didn't
know 'cause he
20
didn't play the
carries
whole
week
fourth quarter.
1 for like 40 yards, and then week 2 and 3 at over 100 with like 5 total touchdowns.
well, against
All
the
right, well-
Packers, I know he was like very inefficient. Then he broke out like 3
Yeah.
big runs at the end.
Yeah.
Staved his efficiency numbers.
He has 4 touchdowns on the year, so
Yeah,
There's
2 of
something.
them
All right.
last week.
I
Yeah.
wish you guys' fantasy team some good luck this week, and hopefully the Packers get another win.
I hope you lose every single league you're in.
Thank you, Zach. Insightful.
yeah, me too.
So they're gonna go 4-0 hopefully here in Zach's league. We'll see. That'll wrap it for Zack Rausch, Jared Valleskey, myself, Drew Skyberg here on this Wednesday night. Thank you all for listening to another episode of Drew Sports Crew, the Journey to Million, the perfect podcast for you.